Welcome to a very special edition of the Sports Desk. I'm your host, Ryan Harris, and today we have Don Newcombe, Dodger great, with us in the house. Thanks for coming, Don.
Thank you, Ryan, for inviting me. It took us long enough to get together, and we finally put it together.
We finally connected, and here you are in the studio creating quite a buzz. First of all, let's tell us how you got to Torrance. How did you make your way to the South Bay?
I lived in Los Angeles after divorce some years ago, and a friend of mine lived down here, and she found a place for me to live here, and I decided to move down here. And I've been here now about 11 years, and I've enjoyed myself very much.
What do you like about Torrance? That's so great.
Oh, it's the people are so nice, and it's so quiet where I live, and I go to the markets, and I walk the streets a lot, doing the walking that I do, exercising. People blow their horns, and I wave my hand to them, and they stop and ask me if I'm Don Newcombe with the Dodgers, and I say, yeah, I'm Don Newcombe, still with the Dodgers. I've been with them now as a front office executive, Ryan, and a player for 49 years, starting this year. And I've had a great enjoyment being with the Dodgers and being in baseball and being around people like Jackie Robinson and Roy Campanella and being able to play with them. And they're celebrating Jackie Robinson this year a lot, and I think I'm the only one alive, and that includes his wife, that's done as much with Jackie Robinson as I have. You know, played golf with him, played baseball with him, I played cards with him. We just travel together, barnstorming and playing baseball for the Dodgers, and I've had a lot of great memories of Jackie, and he's my idol, and I have enjoyed my life and being around these guys and having a modicum of success like I've had. Right. I've enjoyed it very much.
Where are you from originally? I'm
originally from New Jersey, moved out to California in 1965, but of course I came out earlier with the Dodgers in '58. I'd come out earlier than that. In fact, I came out here in 1949 after the '49 World Series against the Dodgers and Yankees in New York and Brooklyn. And I played an all-star game out here, 3 all-star games, in fact, in California, and played against Bob Lemon All-Stars, and Bob had a great bunch of major league players at that time, and we had a bunch of black players on our team, and Chet Brewer was our manager, and some of the people who view your show might remember a guy by the name of Chet Brewer, and he did a lot for baseball here and for kids here, and we had a great time at that time, and I always wanted to live in California, right. And I finally got here, and now I'm very happy to be here.
I want to go back to before you came to California and your introduction to baseball. You played in the Negro Leagues before you made the move with the Dodgers. What was your beginnings in baseball?
Well, I dropped out of high school at 17 years old. I got a chance to play with the Newark Eagles in the Negro Leagues, and I was big at 17. I weighed about 190 pounds, and I was 6'3" or 4. And the lady who owned the Newark Eagles, named Ethel Manley, I got a friend who knew her. I had a friend who knew her, and he took me over to introduce me to her, and she saw me. The Second World War was winding down, and she saw me, and she said, you know, we'll take you to training camp with us and see how you do, and then if you don't show any talent, we'll have to send you back home, or if you show some talent and the other players return from the war and they return to the team, we might not have a place for you. I said, well, whatever you say and whatever you do is fine with me. I just like a chance. And at 17, she gave me the chance, and we went to Virginia Union University in Richmond, Virginia, where we trained, the Newark Eagles, and I made the team. Our manager was Willie Wells, and we had some great players on the team. Ray Dandridge and Willie Wells are in the Hall of Fame, in fact, now. And they were on the team at that time, and they taught me a lot about life, and I had to grow up fast, you know, and become a man fast, because I was now playing a man's game. I was living a man's life. And we traveled a lot on the bus and playing against the Homestead Grays and Josh Gibson and Buck Leonard and Cool Papa Bell. And these are all legends that I knew. And my dad used to take me to see the play in Newark, New Jersey. And now I was playing against them, or going to play against them if I stayed with the team. And I stayed with the team, and I played against them, and I pitched against Josh Gibson and Buck Leonard and Cool Papa. And In fact, Josh Gibson broke me out of, at a young age, throwing what they call in baseball crossfire, Ryan. That was throwing, you know, coming,
Right.
When you get 2 strikes on Josh.
Kind of come from the side. And
yeah, a guy on the club told me, you want to get Josh out, throw him a crossfire when you get 2 strikes on him. And I threw him a crossfire, and he hit a ball to center field in Griffith Stadium in Washington, D.C. And I didn't think the center fielder was ever going to turn around and face me again. He was running after the ball, trying to catch up with it, and almost tore down the center field wall. I never threw another crossfire in all my baseball career. That ended me with crossfire.
Well, did he catch the ball?
He never caught the ball, no. Josh got the triple. And Josh wasn't the fastest runner in baseball. And he got a triple, so if he got a triple, I decided I wouldn't use that pitch anymore.
Did Josh ever get the chance to play in the major leagues?
No, he did not. He had some problems, physical problems and mental problems. He went to Mexico and had a problem down there playing. And Josh passed away at 36 years old, and it was a tragedy with Josh Gibson and some of the others. Tragedy at the time they had such prejudice in Major League Baseball.
Right.
And these men didn't get a chance to play baseball at that time. And then along came the advent of Jackie and myself and Roy and Larry Doby into the major leagues. And then the door was open. The door was open where you could play now, and if you had the talent. And an old man by the name of Satchel Paige came in with the Cleveland Indians in the American League, and I think in 1950 he became Rookie of the Year in 1950 in the American League.
Now, Jackie Robinson, he got the broke the color line in '47.
Yes, 1947.
You followed in his Dodger footsteps.
Well, I followed Roy. Mr. Rickey, who owned the Dodgers at the time and who made all this happen, he was using a stair-step procedure. He started with Jackie on one level and then moved him up in '47. From '46 when we signed, moved up '47, and Jackie's now with the Dodgers. And of course, in between, though, they brought up a pitcher named Dan Bankhead to the Dodgers in 1947 before Roy. And he didn't stay very long. He went to the minor leagues. And then Roy came up in 1948 after integrating the American Association in AAA baseball. And I was at Montreal in 1948, and I had won 17 games and helped pitch our team to the Little World Series that year, the Dodger top farm team. And I was hoping I'd get a chance, and I didn't get a chance. I had to go back to Montreal in 1949, even after winning 17 and losing 8. Now, were my skin white, Ryan, I would have gotten to the Dodgers, at least gotten a chance to play on the Major League team in spring training, but I never got that chance.
How long did you spend in the minor leagues?
I was in the minor leagues 3 years plus. I started in 1946, 47, 48, and then part of 49 before I came up to the Dodgers, May 17th, 1949.
Wow. And of course, when you finally got there, your first year of success, you go 17-8 with a 3.17 ERA, 149 strikeouts, and Rookie of the Year.
Yeah.
How was
pretty good,
your first
pretty good rookie year. After coming up as late as I did.
Right.
And I was pretty proud of that, and getting a chance to become a Rookie of the Year. And then more than that, in '49 as a rookie, I made the All-Star team that year. Even remember, I came up in May. You baseball, you know, your baseball fans watching this now know I came up in May.
Right.
In July, I was on the All-Star team. My record was 8-1 at that time. Right. And I made the All-Star team. And Billy Southworth, the manager of the Boston Braves at that time, started me second behind Warren Spahn in the All-Star game.
Wow.
I got credit for the loss in the All-Star game in 1949, though, but that's just something I won't talk about. So, and then, more than that, I went on with the Dodgers, and we won the National League Championship that year. And I was selected as the second rookie in the history of baseball, behind a man named Paul Derringer, who was with Cincinnati at that time. He was the first rookie ever to start a World Series. I became the second rookie in the history of baseball to ever start a World Series, and I started against the Yankees in '49 in Yankee Stadium.